Hello and welcome to this video. This video on Linux Mint 17 will be going over how to create text files, documents, spreadsheets, and folders. So let's begin. Right here I got a text file that I opened up. It's called Pluma and it comes with Linux Mint 17. And you can use Pluma to create text files. Now, a text file is just that. It's a text file that you can use to create text. You can copy and type and do whatever you want to with it. Alright, that's all it does, is it creates text so you can, or it allows you to create text so that you can go ahead and write letters, memos, what have you. So yeah, this is we're going to go over how to create a text file, then a document file, then a spreadsheet, and I'm not sure if that's one word or it should be spelled as two words, but for now, we're just going to assume or guess that it's going to be one word. And then finally, we're going to go over how to create a folder that you can put all of your files into, folder or directory. They're both the same thing in my opinion. So, we've already created our first text file. Now, what we need to do is go ahead and save it. To save a text file, and it doesn't matter whether it's the document that you're using to create the text file. It doesn't matter if the application. It doesn't matter if the application is named Pluma, Genie, whatever, Notepad. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you can use it to create a simple text file. And then you go up to here's your file menu right here. You go up to File, left click on File, choose Save As, and then from this point, if you look over here in the Places section, it's going to show all of your folders. Choose a folder to put it in. You can choose here's your home folder, and then you can choose your Documents folder. Double click it. And then right up here you can name your text file. Then we'll just name this text file example, and that's it. Then you go down here. Oh, I'm sorry, let me zoom in a little bit, and then you can go down here. And alright, and then if you look at the bottom, I'm sorry, I had to pause the video for a moment, but I'm back. And if you look at the bottom, you can leave these things as default. Okay, and then once you've chosen the folder that you want to save it in and you've named it, you go ahead and choose Save. Alright, and then it goes back to your original file with your new file name. Alright, and the folder or directory that it's been saved to. Alright, and anytime you add something to your text or document folder, more stuff, you want to go ahead and resave your file. And you can do that by either choosing Save from in this menu, or if you go, let's see, if you go to File, and then you can choose Save there. Okay? Now, that's how you would create a text file. Okay? Oh, one other thing. Text file has an extension that usually you may, or it just depends on which text file you have open at the time. You may have to put in the extension, you may not. Okay, but usually the extension for a text file ends in .txt. Okay, and when you're saving it for the first time, depending upon the application you're using, it will go ahead and add that for you. All right, and the extension just identifies what type of file it is, whether it's text, a document, spreadsheet, or what have you. Okay, and that just means that it will look like this: text underscore file underscore example dot txt. So that right there would be the name of your file. Okay, now the next thing that we want to look at is a document file. Okay, and that's just as simple as a regular text file, except the extension is different. You normally, a document file, it's going to be the application that you use to create a document file is going to come maybe as a part of a suite or some type of an application known as it's usually called a processor, some type of processor. Usually is either a document processor or some type of a word processor. Okay, you may hear it being called or identified more as a word processor. Alright, it'll probably be something like that. Okay, and the word processor we're going to be using is, it comes from a suite or an office suite. Okay, an office suite, and it just depends on which office suites you have, or you have downloaded, or you have with your operating system. The office suite that we are going to be using is known as LibreOffice Suite. Okay, and a LibreOffice Suite is the same thing as an Open Office Suite or a Microsoft Office Suite, and it's just a suite that has a whole bunch of applications that you can use to create other types of files. Okay, so with Linux Mint 17, LibreOffice Suite comes by default. It comes with Linux Mint 17. So, in order to get to it, what you'll need to do is go down to your menu button, left click on your menu, and then come over here to Office, and then you'll see all of the products you have under your Office suite. And like I say, this is LibreOffice. Okay, you have the Libre Writer, which is the equivalent to a Word document. Then you have Math. I don't know what the equivalent of Math is. You have Impress. Impress is the Microsoft equivalent to Microsoft Presentation. Then you have Draw. This is if you want to draw stuff. Calc. Excuse me. Calc is the Microsoft equivalent to a spreadsheet, so it would be the same as Microsoft Excel. And then you have your other different types of applications. But anyway, this is where you would find your Office suite right here. I don't think that if you went back to favorites you would see it in here. No. Okay, so you'll need to go to all applications, down to Office, and then you'll find your suites here. For today, what we're going to use LibreOffice Writer, which again, as I said, it's a word processor, and the equivalent to LibreOffice Writer would be Microsoft Office Word. And you just left click on it, wait for it to load up, And as you can see, it even looks like Microsoft Word. It looks similar to it. But anyway, you would just go ahead and type in your information, whatever you got, whatever you want to do. Okay? And then later on tutorials, we'll go over how to use LibreOffice Writer so that you can create memos, flyers, what have you. I may do another video on that. But for now, to create a document, you would need to go up and, well, after you've created your document, you need to save it. So you would go up to File and left click on File. And I'm sorry, let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay. And then from File, you want to go and choose Save As. Okay. You go ahead and name your document, which is let's do writer underscore word underscore doc. Okay. Choose the folder to put it in. We're going to put it in the documents folder. Then come down here. Okay, and this is your file type. You want to choose a file type. So if you click the pull down arrow, you can choose ODF. Those are the files that can be read by most Linux operating systems. But if you want it to be used and saved so that it can be read by people who have Microsoft products, what you'll want to do is you'll want to come down and choose a Microsoft product. For anybody that has Microsoft Word 2007, 2010, let me go ahead and move off the highlight so you can see it. In 2013, you want to choose this option right here. If they have an earlier Microsoft version, you can come down, and as you can see, you have Microsoft 97, 2000, XP version, and 2003 version. Okay, so it just depends on which version you want to save it as. If you want to make sure that people can read it and they have a Microsoft Word document or a Microsoft Suite, just choose the version that they would probably be using. And as of 2010, most people have either 2007, 2010, or 2013. You choose that, and then you go ahead and click Save. Now, for LibreOffice and for OpenOffice, this will come up. Okay, and it'll say this document may contain formatting or content that cannot be saved in the current selected file format, Microsoft Word, yada yada yada. Ask when not saving. This comes up if you're not going to save it as an ODF format. Okay. If you don't want to see this message come up again, just go ahead and deselect it, and then you can choose Use Microsoft Word format, and then you'll never see that again. Don't worry about it. It's just trying to make sure that you actually do want to save it as a Word document. And then you just click on that Use Microsoft Word format, and there you go. And then if we go back up to our top, you'll see the name of the document that we just created. You'll see the extension, which is DOCX. Okay, and you'll see what type of document it is saved as, a LibreOffice Writer. Alright, and so then we could just minimize this and minimize this, and let's go to our home folder. From a home folder, let's go to a document folder, and there you have it. You'll see it saved right there as a DOCX, which is a Microsoft Office equivalent document. Okay, and there's our file, our text file document right there. So let's go ahead and minimize that. Let's go back to our two documents. We'll open that. We'll open up this word processor document, and we'll go ahead and close it. Oh, I'm sorry, and the same thing. If you want to go ahead and add some more stuff onto it. Okay, and then you want to resave it. You want to go once again, you're going to want to go up to File, choose Save, left click on Save, and you have resaved that document. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and close our Word document or Word equivalent document. Alright, so that's word processor. The next type of document in the LibreOffice suite will be a spreadsheet document. Okay, now the spreadsheet document, it has a different extension. It'll be whatever the file name is, file underscore name dot XLS. Alright, or something similar to that. We'll see once we go ahead and create and save it. So let's go ahead and create a spreadsheet. So we'll minimize, let's go ahead and save this document. Then we will go ahead and minimize it. Then we'll go back to our LibreOffice suite, which means you go down to the bottom, click on the menu button, left click it, go to Office. From Office we want to go to LibreOffice Calc, which is the equivalent to the Microsoft Excel sheet. Left click it, it will load up. And for those of you who are familiar with the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, this looks exactly the same. There may be a few things but that are different, but I can't tell, and I've used both. So you know, you got your cells here, and we won't, like I say, we won't go over how to use this in this video. I just want you to gain a familiarity with documents in general. Okay, these are cells, and you can go ahead and put whatever you want to in each cell, you know. And then after you get done with that, like you do in any other document, whether it's a text document, a Word document, or this spreadsheet document, to save it, you just go ahead and go up to where it says, hold on, let me make sure, zoom in. Okay, go up to File, go to Save As, write your name or create your name. Spreadsheet document. Choose a folder to put it in, which is documents folder is good. And the same thing, you come over to File Type, left click on the file type, look for the format that you want to save it as. And again, if you want to save it as some type of a Microsoft document, you can find it here. And I was off by 1x. There it is. This is the equivalent to a Microsoft Excel 2007, 2010, 2013. And there's the extension at the end right there. If you have an older Microsoft suite that you want to make this compatible with, there's a compatible one right there. Okay. Choose whichever one you want, left click on it, choose Save. Alright, and as in other documents, up at the top you have your document name, your document extension, and what type of document it is. And as we said before, if you want to, if you want to make add-on additions, changes, what have you, once you do that, you go ahead and put in your additions or make your changes. Come back up to File, left click on File, go to Save, and you've saved your new changes. Alright, so let's go ahead and close this document. Alright, let's back out of this. Go to our home folder again. Oh, wait a minute, we got it saved. There's our home, there's our documents. And as you can see, we have a spreadsheet that's saved. There's the name, there's the extension, and it's saved in the documents folder. Alright. Alright, so let's zoom out of here a little bit. Let's go back in. Okay, so we went over how to make a text file, a document file, a word processor, a spreadsheet. Okay, now the only thing left to do is how to create a folder. Alright, so let's go ahead. You can create a folder within a folder, and all a folder does is it holds files. What kind of files does it hold? It holds whatever files you want it to hold. Alright, so you can create a folder within a folder within a folder within a folder. The parent folder is considered a folder. Everything within the parent folder is considered a subfolder. Alright, that's just a little bit of background for you. You don't have to remember that. Okay, but let's say I got several different types of documents, and my folder is beginning to fill up, and you know, it's beginning to get junky. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and make it a little bit more organized and separate my document types. All you need to do is create a folder to put each document in. Okay, so to do that, you can do it one of several ways. Okay, and it doesn't matter which folder you're in. It can be done in any folder. So you can go up to the file menu. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can go into the file menu, and you can either choose create folder there, or you can go to the within the folder, choose an empty space within the folder, do a right click and choose create folder there. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our first folder. The folder name will be text folder. Alright, and then what you can do is you can choose all of your text files. As I said in a previous video, if you want to select all of your or select some files one at a time, on your keyboard just hold down on the control key and then choose your files. And as long as you keep the control key down and then you left click on your files, you'll be able to select them like I'm doing here. Alright, when you selected all of your files that you want, you right click and you can either choose cut or copy. If you copy, a version of the files will stay in its original place. If you do a cut, it'll take it off of the original place, and you go into the new folder that you created, right click either somewhere empty inside the folder, or you can go up to edit, left click and choose paste. And like I said, you could do the same thing, an empty spot within the folder, you right click and you can choose paste. Alright, that's where all your text files is. You come back up to the menu bar, click the backspace to go back to the original folder. Now we can create another folder. This one we can create for spreadsheets. So we choose File, Create Folder, left click on Folder, name your folder. Let's see, this will be known as Spreadsheets folder. You can name your folder whatever you want to, spreadsheet, what have you, whatever name you want, and then right click on your file and choose cut. Go to the folder you want to put it in, double click on it, right click on the empty space, choose paste. Click the back button. One more folder to go. And then we'll, from here again, we'll go up to File, Create Folder. We'll say this one is Word Folder. Alright. Then we'll go to the Word document, right click on it, choose Cut. Go to the folder you want to put it in, double click with your left mouse button on that folder. Right click somewhere on the empty space of that folder, or go up to Edit, left click on Edit, choose Paste. Alright. Now hit the back button, and now you've got 3 folders within your document folders, and you separated your documents among spreadsheets, text, and Word documents. Okay, so that's how you create your different documents, and that's how you create folders to put your documents into. So that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something, and you have a good day.